Ladies, gentlemen, and of course you, Boven, welcome to our London Media Project, outlining to you where we saw inequality in our beloved capital city. Now, this wordle, covering Canary Wharf, tells of a different sort of inequality. The largest words are mostly economic, for example business, shops, finance, expensive, investment, and most importantly, money. This implies that large numbers of people in this area are incredibly affluent, with lots of high-flying business people making all the decisions which will ultimately ruin our economy. From this, we can infer that large numbers of people in this area are economically marginalised. You will only be in this area if you have significant wealth. This wordle shows no ways in which inequality is being tackled in the area, probably because it is the financial centre of the country, and the rich do like to feel special. As you can see from this wordle, courtesy of our very own Jamie Challen, we can see that many of the most common words are very positive, for example safe, community, security, development, and links. All of these words reinforce the idea that the Greenwich Millennium Village is a good place to live, and since 20% of the houses are owned by a housing association, in order to provide affordable housing, this reduces inequality. However, it can cause some inequality, mainly due to its location. It's far away from most services, meaning that people who lack transportation may find it difficult to live there. Also, due to only 20% of apartments coming under the term affordable housing, it does separate those who have enough money to buy an apartment from those who don't. The final wordle looks at the Barbican. One of the largest words is, perhaps unsurprisingly, Barbican. However, this is significant, as the word estate barely appears on there. It's this rebranding which has encouraged investment in the area, both from the local government and the local people. This can, however, cause inequality elsewhere, because when one estate gains, another estate does not. What we see in these graphs is different ways in which people are marginalised in different areas, namely Paddington, Stratford, and Canary Wharf. In terms of accessibility, Canary Wharf scored consistently highly, probably due to legal requirements of public buildings requiring disabled access. Stratford scored on average lowest, and Paddington was reasonably consistent. This was probably due to only certain areas of Stratford being developed to modern regulations, causing the potential marginalisation of disabled people. Canary Wharf also scored highly in nighttime facilities, maybe due to the affluence of the area and the types of people who were there. Stratford was more residential than the other two areas, resulting in its lack of nighttime facilities, with residents travelling elsewhere to go out. Paddington, as a transport hub in a relatively central position in London, again scored well. It is hard to believe that these places are just hundreds of metres from one another. One is brand new, a well-designed high-end shopping centre, the other a small market in a far less well-kept area of town. The effort that has gone into designing a building one has meant that the other remains run down, a decrepit reminder of the area's past. This seems extremely unfair and is a visible sign of inequality. On the other hand, unlike many places where shopping centres are built, Westfield is unlikely to have taken much business away from their local high street, as most shops seem to be either takeaways or hardware stores. The centre will have created jobs for the less developed area of town, and of course, the centre has not been built without reason, as 70% of the visitors to the London 2012 Olympics will be coming through Westfield, and it has been dubbed the gateway to the Games. It is there to create an impression of London to those arriving to compete and those arriving to watch the events. However, despite the part Westfield Shopping Centre will play in London 2012, should that neighbouring area, one in serious need of refurbishment, have gone unnoticed? To conclude, there is inequality absolutely everywhere in London, and it appears in different forms in different areas. Whether it is economic, physical, or social marginalisation, it's prevalent in many forms in the capital. Some schemes have made some headway into solving the problem, but many other situations exacerbate the issues. In order to solve the social problems of London, we need to tackle the inequality. Thank you for listening.